Hello, hello, Melanie.
Hi, Tony. How are
How you,
you?
how are you today?
I am doing very well. Thank you. How about you?
We live and kicking. That's
Yeah,
what it is. The
yeah.
old people say, "We living, girl." So that's good enough for them. Once their eye open and they can smell
Okay.
and breathe, they're
Another
good to
day
go.
above ground.
But
Okay.
I just want to couple things I want to clear up before we go into our show today. I mean, I want to thank you for helping me to grow in many which ways and angles, and especially, excuse me, especially one of the ways is that your patience does well for me. It grounded me sometimes. Sometimes you can go when people are kind of strong and aggressive, they can just go 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 go, and
Okay.
you you pay that respect to you to let you know that because of you, I have slowed down, I have grown, and I have reset my lifestyle of the way I was going, my life running up and down, running and gun. I could run and gun. Plenty chickens to go after. I don't play. So I catch the rooster and the hen. I going I, I get after all. And then secondly, there's some folks out there who hit me up and they one or two was saying that they didn't understand how our show affect them and how they listen to the show a couple of times, but they never going into depth to really, really listen to it. And they say they play one of the shows back and it was powerful for them. So they had to call me to let me know that that was right on. It was spot on. It hit the spot. And so they were grateful for that. And so just kudos to you, not me. Kudos to you for, you know, doing it with me. And then last but least, who I also blame me for taking the show to the far left. Um, Sometimes, like you say, I get on motor, I go on. I go in for the chickens and the huggle and the gaggle, I pull the red top, off top of the cruise thing, you know. And so it happens. And so, but our show was based on and remain based on to inspire, to uplift, to motivate. And that's what we base our show on. And then we turn it to more relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we and folks are screaming for me to go back dealing with my fruits and vegetable, and they say they like that. They want to get
Ah,
to that. So
that's
and I
good. Because
and I didn't hear it from one. I heard from so many people in the last 3 weeks, and they were talking about, especially when I bring up what they could use this plant for and what this could use this for.
hmm.
So the bush medicine seems like that's what they want to know.
Okay.
Piggyback, piggyback to our show today, what we talking about health and the wealth of health and how we go about through our health and how we understand, me and you understand that we leave our health to the doctors.
Yeah.
Not me and you. When I say you, me and you,
Everyday people, we all just seem to have
we leave it.
resigned from taking responsibility.
Yeah, we don't,
Yeah.
everything now we do, we go to the doctor. This the format. We get a blood test. We get a scan. The doctor tells us is this. He gave us some tablets. We go home, and our mindset is that these tablets is the key. So the tablets soothe our mind and soothe our body. So we think we think now we good because this tablet has, because it ain't the tablet. It's because our mindset when we go to the doctor is God. What he
We
said,
accept.
accept.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so and too much of us is falling into the doctor hand,
Hmm.
and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not saying just kill the
So
doctor.
abandon, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But you got to keep it in balance. You got to
right.
keep it in
Got to
balance.
keep it in balance, and
Yeah.
it's
It's
good it's good to go to the doctor to know where you're at.
mm-hmm,
To know where
mm-hmm,
you're at.
yeah. But
But
it's interesting that you say that because we are in the Bahamas,
mhm,
people of the book, people of the
yeah,
word,
yeah,
and we say that God is in charge of everything, but still, what we do is we pacify ourselves and say, "Oh, God put the doctor there." But
hmm,
before the doctor, God put us there. He gave us
hmm,
knowledge,
hmm,
give us wisdom, and then He speaks to us. He also guides us. I know my mom, as an example, she had a few issues. She had neighbors that had issues, and she said, God tell her to use this for the person or use this for herself. And it's basically that still small voice. We all have an inner guide, some voice that of wisdom that says to us, try this or do this or stop this. And
hmm.
if we would listen to that small voice, we'd be okay.
Very okay. And I come to believe that our health is the key
Yeah. Yeah.
to most everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, I give you more to elaborate on it. I'm going to throw it at you so you can elaborate. Even in relationship, if your health is not right, your relationship suffer.
That's
And
right.
and then if your health is not right, your mind, you don't think functionally
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
You think you you could do this and think you could, but because you don't feel well, it affects everything. Everything. Hmm.
You know what is also interesting, Tony, is that many persons keep their ill state a secret. They
Hmm.
don't share. Some of them go to the doctor, others, men in particular, they just stay and they watch and they go, I have this pain. What they do? Take a pill and keep on moving.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, you get the news, such and such a person um, died suddenly. But did they really die suddenly or were they dying slowly, secretly?
Dying secretly. And it's amazing. You just said something is amazing. You know how many people are not well and they keep it a secret. And let me give you a good example of something. Boy, you get us up in the head. You go on a string. This week, somebody called me having a conversation of my what I do. Nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do. And they was like, boy, I've been every say, I didn't want you to come because I have this cough and I don't want you to come because of this because I don't want to give you the cough and then I said, well, how long you had this? And guess what they say to me? Oh, weeks. Yeah. But guess what? I just went through the same thing. I experienced the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And something that helped me, I just stupidly mentioned. I said, man, get this life leaf and put it together and put it with this source in the Berlin. Just not even know. I just was talking about how I, what I did.
Benefited. Mm-hmm.
And they go on and get it. And guess what happened? 2 days later,
They call you.
called me screaming. That's why I tell you, they talk to me about the bush thing.
Mm-hmm.
They say, well, where you know that from? I say that I've been fighting that antibiotics, this, that, this,
Mm-hmm.
all over the place. And everybody giving their advice.
Going right back to the book.
Yeah.
What does the good book say? The trees are for the
For the
healing
healing
of
of
the nation.
the healing of
But
the nation.
what happened? The doctor gives you a written prescription with all these pharmaceutical drugs that
Mhm.
are not from the herbs themselves, right? They are chemically
Made.
constructed and we use them. And you want to know the thing about it, those medication really only mimic the body's response. They sometimes block the body from responding in a natural way to actually eliminate the problem.
Mhm. But
So
some, you know,
it just simply quiets the symptoms
but
and the problem goes nowhere.
but a lot of people don't know how amazing the body is. You know,
It is
we
so,
see,
so
and we
amazing.
talk in health today. The body is amazing. Do you know? You know, because you nice in the medical field and doctors and all. Okay, so you know, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. You know, the body's just amazing. But
It
you know what I
is.
think? You know what I learned? I learned the last like Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I went through the little thing. You know what I learned? Your mind is the major thing. It's this. This is the. This is the. This is the smartest. This brain.
Yep. It controls everything,
It is so smart. As
every cell in your body.
man, listen. One day we got to do a show breaking this down. The signal that this sends out controls all of this, right? But also, what it does, it also control you.
Mhm. It does.
It also control. When I say you, I mean the wife, the children, the community. Because you could say something and people believe it, and it
Yep.
helps just
Hmm.
by just. And that is why the church, the politician,
Hmm.
the teachers, the leaders of the country, what you say here is so vital and important
Hmm.
because this it corrupt is so bad you wouldn't believe it.
Yep. And you know, that is why this era in which we now live is referred to as the information age, right? You take your phone, you take your computer, and information is available to you at the clip of a finger, touch of a button. But
And
what is it that we as individuals are going after? Are we going after information that will enhance us, enhance our health, enhance our relationship, enhance our wealth? Or are we just going after entertainment?
well,
Everyone wants a laugh and everyone's just laughing. And some things that are not laughable, they see funny, right? But when you look at the health of a relationship and the health of a marriage, it begins with the health of the individuals making up that relationship. So it behoves each individual to first examine themselves, know themselves, and then, when you are taking excellent care of yourself, only then can you turn to another. Oftentimes, we blame individuals. Let's go back as far back as when we were being raised. Who controlled the entire environment in the home?
Most times to be mother,
Mother, but who was the dictator?
daddy the king.
Okay. So when you look at the number of individuals in our society, the Bahamas, it's been about 15 years now when they did the health and lifestyle study. I don't know if something was repeated since then. I can't say specifically, but 7 out of 10 individuals reported having an illness, right? Either
Hmm.
diabetes, hypertension, or both. Okay? Women, as they age, they're going through a physiological change called menopause. The question is this: is menopause an illness? Or is it just a change, a phasic change? As your body change, so should your habits, right? As a
Hmm.
matter of fact, we should establish healthy habits from the onset, which means that our parents are the ones who basically should be teaching the children how to have balanced meals.
Hmm.
Oh, he don't, oh my gosh, he don't like this and he don't like that. Do you know what is the national dish in the Bahamas these days? Noodles.
Hmm. News from China.
In noodles.
Hmm. And I tell you what happened. You put all this salt in the child's body. Eventually, the child
They
become
can't have anything unless it has salt.
exactly because they're trained. They gotta
Mhm.
have the salt
Same
taste.
thing with the sugar
Yep. That's where the diabetes come in. Down the way,
and the high blood
high
pressure,
blood pressure coming down
heart
because when they're small,
disease.
you giving
Mhm.
your child Kool-Aid.
You're setting the roots, you're setting the foundation, and you're laying it with faulty material.
Pause.
The body
Execute.
needs nutrients, it needs vitamins, minerals. What? How do you get that from a pack of noodles,
And,
parents?
but you see, they will say, watch this now. They will say, watch the word. I can't afford. But watch this. Watch where I going with this. I can't afford healthy food. But guess what?
Uh-huh.
You can go to any public store or anywhere and buy green banana and chop it up. See, giving your child the salty food, you could grab green banana, chop it up. You can buy potato, whatever, chop it up. You can bake it, boil it, whatever you want to do. And you can get a tuna and you mix with it and it's healthy food. So, no, you just want to be lazy because it's 5 minutes. Put in the
And the
microwave.
foundation, and the kids will eat it. But
Mm,
guess what? Whatever you introduce to your child, see, we use our palate, which was trained by our parents, as a
mm,
guide. So you go to school and you learn because health and life sciences are now in the schools. But it's not being trickled into the homes.
right.
So, somewhere along the line, parents need to wake up.
We we so into, I guess, Americanizing ourselves that we forgot what is Bahamian. Health, we always say is wealth. That's the trick word. But is health really wealth?
Well, it is the foundation because if you are not healthy, how are you going to function on the job? How are you going to take care of your family? Right? Think about the cost of healthcare today. Health is indeed your wealth, and poor health is
It's,
the draining of your wealth. The potential for wealth is lost because you are physically unable or incapable of maintaining, obtaining, sustaining
mhm.
an income.
But you know, going back, piggybacking on some, do you know if you don't, there's certain foods you eat,
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel good. It'll drain you, it'll
Mm-hmm.
make you, certain foods
Sluggy,
don't give
weighed
you the energy.
down.
Yeah, you feel way down and they don't give you
Mm-hmm.
the energy.
Mm-hmm.
So certain foods you should stay away from.
Yeah.
And certain tablets, a medication you should stay away from. Because some people say, oh, some medication make me sleep. Or some medication do this. So
Yeah.
so so it's always a balance.
Yeah.
Always a balance. But the
And
second of us is not living our potential because we're not eating and living, even walking and talking, we're not doing it. Even a lot of people, let me shock Bahamians. A lot of Bahamians get up at 5 in the morning,
mm-hmm.
walk. A lot of Bahamians get in the evening from work, walk. Most times, those Bahamians who do this hurt themselves. They're looking to help themselves, but they actually hurt themselves. Let me explain. There's so many things going on. When you walk at 5, see, these things I have to learn later in life. When you walk at 5, the weather is good, but there's a certain time the draft is not good. And draft, this is the old people saying, draft, you catch draft in your knee. So I used to wonder, what are they talking about? You know, old people talk all kind of. So I thought they would mean like your knee can, your knee can stiff or what? I don't know, right? But I discovered something. If you go walking at 5 o'clock in the morning, do not wear short pants. Wear long pants. Cover your knees. Because all people talk foolishness, but I experience it. You walk in the morning at 5 and you're wearing short pants. You started to feel when you finish, your knees are tired. And that's because of the draft. See, old people tell me this, and I believe in old people, but I never believe it. And now as I get older, I see, I understand, and I start feeling the things they talk about. And so, and then I learned so much things about walking. Walking is the way you walk. Most people don't even get benefit from walking because
Mm-hmm.
if you walking with stress and all you think about the stress as you walk, you ain't get no benefit from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you walking fast and you straining yourself to walk fast and straining, you ain't get no, you ain't get, or you become tired.
Yep. You
So,
you you got a point.
so what you have to do is your mindset. I am going on this walk, and this walk will be me and God, peaceful, and I'm going to have a beautiful walk, and I'm going to enjoy the environment
Mm.
as I go. So you cleaning your mind and your body at the same time. So
Yeah.
your physical body is getting clean also. So
And then,
yeah,
whilst you're doing it and taking care of yourself, you must also take care of those in your environment, within your home, your partner. Um, my observation is that not enough families, not enough couples, not enough individuals bring someone else along with them on their health journey. What works for a diabetic also works for a hypertensive, also works for a cancer patient, in terms of that balance of mind, body, and spirit, getting in the right amount of rest, getting your stress levels down, eating the essential food groups in all of your meals, getting exercise. And exercise could be seen as a burden for some individuals, but there is no need for you to do what everyone else is doing. In my daily quest to help others improve their life as a coach, I always use the fingerprint. There is not another individual in this world who has the same fingerprint as you. So, therefore, you have to go at your pace. And then there is no magic. There is no need for you to take in a whole pie at one time. You have multiple challenges. Take one challenge a week
Mhm.
and slowly build yourself to the point where you are improving in that one challenged area. Get someone else on board with you so that you now can have a partner to share the experience. As families, if you look at families, I've heard it said over and repeatedly, oh, my mother had diabetes and my daddy had diabetes. So therefore, you automatically think that you should have diabetes too.
Mhm.
No.
No,
Your mommy
it's,
died from a heart attack. You don't have to die from a heart attack. Your partner's parents may have diabetes, so you think your children's supposed to have it too? No, that is a faulty belief.
and so
When,
Mike gone.
when one member of the family is sick, the whole family is sick. So don't think that, oh, they can't eat this, but you can. Whatever you or your partner is challenged with, it can create a challenge for every other individual. That's just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't begun to talk about it. Remember, we have this triangle from a religious perspective: Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Hmm.
In your body, there is also a triangle: mind, body, spirit. The triangle involves you, your husband, your children, your partner, your children, your parents. Everyone is affected by that mind, body, spirit connection that resides in each individual. So if my physical health is affected, it's going to affect my mental health. It's going to affect my spiritual health. It's going to affect my relationship with you, my partner. It's going to affect my relationship with my children. It's going to affect my relationship with my coworkers.
Hmm.
So it means then that I must take my health serious if I want to have a beautiful life.
And people has to take their health serious. My call today, hoping that as they listen to this show, they take their health serious, especially men. I ain't talking about women, because most men don't even go to the doctor. So we need them to get know your status. I'm not saying go to the doctor take pills. That's what I'm saying. Go to the doctor so you can take a good blood test so you know where your body's at, where your body's at. So you'll know what's going on. Your kidneys going bad, your blood, whatever's going bad, your process, whatever. So you can now get on that road for good health. And good health, like Melly say, in relationship, if it's not good, it's affect you many ways. With your communication with your children, communication with your wife, communicating with
Mhm.
others. And so we got to raise the awareness now that if we get these young men to good health, their behavior will be different. See, if I'm not feeling good, I react out on your first word out your mouth. What you talking about? You understand?
Mhm.
Because I ain't feeling good. Why you messing with me?
And the thing about it is only you know how you feel. You
Mhm.
may look good, but guess what? I have seen young people. I am telling you, young people that
Yeah.
are dragging. So over the next couple weeks, Tony, I am thinking that we can look at things like weight, the effect of overweight, the
Overweight.
effect of poor eating and not sleeping, overworking, not spending enough time with family in recreation. Also, talk about how these diseases affect sex in the marriage,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
the diseases affect your functioning on the job, right? And some telltale signs, you
Yes,
know,
there are some signs,
that
and
basically
there are some
tells you that you're not in the right place.
right, and also don't forget the people ask me to go back to my bush. They want to
Yes.
know. So I gotta do what they say. A lot of them been asking me because they said that everybody seems like you're trying to go to the bush now. It's like it's a whole new wave because people are not really buying tea bags anymore. Tea bags get too expensive. So people going back to sour leaf, pear leaf, guava leaf, sour sop. They're going back to fever grass and this and that. So
And they are better than the tea bags.
right from the source. And so
They are better.
we now gotta becoming more wealth conscious to
And
help
then
our brothers and sisters.
one of the things that we must also remember that the things that grow in the earth where you are far better for you. I see kids, tamarind, sapodilly, sugar apple, ganap, they don't know those things.
No, they
People
don't.
don't have these trees growing in their yards.
It's a
The
shift.
family ride on a Sunday or Saturday in the Western District to get cocoa plum, pigeon plum. These kids don't know
You
these things.
know,
They
you know,
turn up their nose.
you just said a mouthful. That is what I'm about to do is educate the young where to find these fruits, these plums and this and that and that. That is going to be my focus. So,
Mhm.
and we got to do because they don't know. They don't even know. Listen. I had a conversation this week with a foreigner. He want to convince me that peas and rice is rice and peas, and I tell him, you, I know peas and rice.
And they know rice and peas. And you know what's the difference,
I,
right?
oh, okay,
Their thing has more rice than peas.
more
Ours
rice and
has
peas,
more peas
Mike.
than
That's
their
it.
rice and
So
peas.
I was trying to tell him.
Peas and rice.
I tried to
So,
tell him, don't talk no fool to me, because you in the Bahamas, buddy, is peas and rice. No rice and peas. We ain't trying that. Anyway,
but
I'll tell
yes, we want to continue over the next couple of weeks to look at balancing how you eat, balancing how much activity, physical activity, and there's so many things. There's no need for you to worry about gym fees and gym clothes.
you.
All this garbage is just that
And
trash.
relationships, in a relationship, when we talk them now, we talking about Bahamian relationship and Bahamian style relationship. We're not talking about what somebody else, and we're gonna use our words instead of talking about sex. We can talk about juicing and Bahamian names, and we can stick it back right here. We're going back to our original plan of, and we can stick with that. So, Melanie,
Yes.
come to the end
So
of our show.
we hope that we have whet your interest, your appetite to come and
Mhm.
join us again next week and for the next couple weeks. until we would have put a dent in your mind regarding how important it is to be healthy and how
Amen.
that health affects your relationships
Yes.
and your marriage.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for joining us. And we do look forward to you joining us again next week at the same time, 4 p.m., right here, live on Facebook and on YouTube. God
On the
bless and have
chat.
a wonderful week.
Have a good one, everybody, and enjoy. Mel and Tony under the tree chat.
That's where we meet.
Mhm.